We've talked about incentives a lot recently, and it's normally been in the context of TNS going back to the top, but this game against Barrytown United, depending on Connors Key's result, of course, on Friday, could actually be the one that wins the title.
Yeah, and obviously it's very late on in the season, only 3 games to go, so it's nice to be talking about your next game. You could win the league. You know, we've been talking about so often going on a run and getting back to the top of the league, and only needing a win to secure the titles. Very encouraging.
Last couple of games on the road for the New Saints have resulted in 7-0 and 6-0 victories, and the 6-0 at Newtown is the 4th Welsh Premier League game this season that TNS has scored 6 goals in. So plenty of goals going in for the side.
Yeah, plenty of goals and lots of good play. The possession, I'd like to see some of the possession stats, because we're having so much of the ball, we're dominating games and we're creating lots of chances, and when you do that, you know, inevitable you're going to get goals. So, let's keep that run going. Let's not change anything that we're doing in previous weeks and continue the form.
And we do seem to talk about the same things each press conference, of course, because they are relevant. And at the other end, just 15 goals conceded in 29 games. But to bring that statistic into context so that it's even more impressive, Connors Key Nomads, who have got the next tightest defence, have conceded 30, and then it's Cardiff Met on 37.
That's right, and if you look at our goals conceded, we've probably conceded a fifth of our goals to Barry, haven't we? So they're dangerous. They're a very good counter-attacking side. Probably, I would say, the best counter-attacking side in the league. Also got good possession stats, but against us, obviously, we have more possession. That's why I'm talking about counter-attacking against us. So we've got to be wary of them. We've got to be in the same mindset as we were when we beat them 2-0 away, where we controlled the game, we dominated, we played on the halfway line and made sure that they didn't have very few breakaways on us. But they'll be up for the game. They just qualified for Europe, had a great performance last week and got 5 goals, so they're going to be up for the game as well.
It's widely recognised in football that confidence plays a massive part. It will be 141 days since TNS last tasted defeat. That was in the Nathaniel MG Cup semi-final at Cambrian and Clydach. Plenty of games to put that bad spell behind us, Scott, and it's now all good and positive.
Yeah, and we discussed and we talked about where things were going wrong, and I was honest enough for the players to say, if you got things to say, you come and tell us, because I haven't got all the answers. No one's got all the answers to when you're not doing particularly well. So we had a look at it. We stuck together as a group, and they've been fantastic. It's down to the players. The players have gone out onto the pitch and got their just rewards, really, because they've put the effort in training. They've gone into games, positive mindset. Really, really pleasing to see the last few weeks where we just sit back and watch the game. It's excellent. I love watching football at any level. So to watch a team play that you put out there and they go and do themselves justice week after week, why would you want to draw games? Why would you want to lose games? We're in the back end, the business end of the season. One more win. What more incentive do they need to win the league? 8 titles in a row. We're still the dominant force, although people have questioned it this season. But for me, it's been one of our best seasons. If you look at last 6-7 seasons, we've scored more goals probably, conceded less, and some of the performances have been well above the usual standard.
And back to our opponents, it's good to see Barrytown United back in the top flight, and they've already qualified for Europe next season, and some people might argue that they can take their foot off the gas, but they're still chasing that second spot, which of course is Iron Brew Place.
Yes, and there's only 3 points, isn't it, between Barry and Connors Key, so obviously we want to do our job, and obviously Barry would want to close that gap and finish second, but we're not going to let that happen without a fight on Saturday, and likewise Connors Key play a day before, don't they? So Connors Key get that win and make it difficult for them, but it's a fight right to the end.
That was my next question, because from our press conference now, to our game on Saturday. In between is the Connors Quay game against Bala Town. Now, depending on that result, if Connors Quay were to slip up and TNS have already secured an 8th consecutive title without kicking a ball, will that affect your team selection on Saturday?
I want to win the next 3 games. If we were to win the league on Saturday night, I'm planning for Saturday night really. I'm not planning for anything that happens between Connors Quay and Bala, just because we want to set a team up in the mindset of playing Saturday. It's not going to be changing things on Friday night, ready to travel to Barry. What we will do though is if we win on Saturday, we will give obviously the players who haven't played for a while, they'll get a chance to play. I want to see them. Everyone will be used who is either not on loan or available for selection, so I think after this week we'll have a look at that.
We've quoted statistics both in terms of scoring goals and not conceding at the other end. How difficult is it, Scott, to keep a very good squad happy as individual players?
Very, very difficult, because if you look at the team we put out on Saturday and the Wednesday before, Aaron Edwards didn't play on the Wednesday, comes back in the team and scores. Took Tom Hollanday, who did as well as anybody, if not better, on Wednesday night against Bala. But there's no sentiment in football. I want to win the league, I want to win the cup. I'm not going to leave him out because I like him, or they're all great players. They're all great people. They wouldn't be here. Like I've said before, I'm not having people in here who are bad eggs and whatever else. So it hurts when you have to take somebody out of the team that you respect and think is an excellent footballer, but you do it for the good of the team, no one else. The good of the team and the club. So people have to miss out, and also feel for people that are not even in the squad, never mind not on the bench. You've got players that are not even getting minutes at the moment, so it's a tough game, and one you've got to have thick skin and make that choice and stand by it. Luckily in the last few weeks it's paid off, and you can see from the performances that if we do take one really good player out, replace him with another, it hasn't affected results and performances, so we'll continue doing the same way.
And finally, Scott, the selection, injury issues, and of course Ben Clark has been recalled from Llandudno as well. Yeah,
injury-wise, we've got a couple of lads nursing a few knocks, but they'll be ready for Saturday. Obviously, you've got the ones that are out on loan, 2, and then we've got lads coming back from loan that we want to have a look at. Like I've just stated there about players who haven't had minutes, Ben will get his chance and we'll have a look at him and see how far he's come in the last year or so. It's important. Likewise, the other players haven't had many minutes. They'll be getting a start as well, and we'll be making sure that they're up to it for next season. And because I think there's 13 or 14 out of contract. As soon as we win that league, we'll be sorting them out and making sure that we've got the best squad available for next season.